Hey, welcome back to ClearSpot. What if I told you there's a solar panel technology producing 15 to 25% more electricity than traditional panels, using the exact same space? And what if I told you that major solar farms worldwide are already adopting it, some achieving payback periods of less than 2.5 years? Today, we're diving deep into bifacial solar panels, the technology quietly revolutionizing the solar industry. We'll break down the science, the economics, and the real-world case studies proving their impact. By the end, you'll see why experts predict these panels could capture 70% of the solar market by 2030. I'll show you hard evidence from utility-scale projects, reveal why the economics make these panels irresistible, and explain why this isn't hype. It's the future of solar energy. Let's start with the basics. Traditional solar panels, called monofacial panels, capture sunlight only from the front. Imagine wearing sunglasses that only block glare from one side. You'd be ignoring half the light around you. Bifacial panels change that. They have solar cells on both sides. The front captures direct sunlight, just like normal panels. But the rear side, that's the game changer. It absorbs light reflected from the ground, nearby structures, and even diffused skylight. This reflection is called albedo. Different surfaces reflect light differently. Black asphalt reflects just 12%, grass reflects 26%, sand reflects 35%, and fresh snow, up to 90% reflection. Bifacial panels capture this otherwise wasted energy, converting it into electricity. In the right conditions, bifacial modules can deliver 10 to 25% more energy than traditional panels. That's like upgrading your car engine for free mileage without changing its size. So let's look at hard numbers. In North Yorkshire, the UK's largest bifacial plant, 34.7 megawatts with nearly 92,000 panels, was studied over 4 years. Researchers compared bifacial panels directly with monofacial ones, all in the same field. The results? Well, bifacials outperform by 15 to 17% every year. Even when you account for natural degradation, the gain was consistent. No fluke here, just superior performance. Now let's cross the Atlantic to Nebraska. Bluestem Energy built 2 identical solar farms, same size, same design, just 48 miles apart. The only difference? One used monofacial panels and the other used bifacial. Over 7 months, the bifacial site produced 5.5% more electricity. And here's the kicker. The energy's value was higher too. Demand value for bifacials averaged $30 to $49 per megawatt hour, compared to $23 to $46 for monofacials. Same land, same sun, more valuable output. In Nevada's desert, another solar farm found 15% higher energy yield from bifacials. Why? The sandy soil's 35% albedo boosted rear-side gain significantly. With the right environment, bifacials aren't just better, they're game changers. And it's not just isolated sites. Globally, Palestinian research found bifacials deliver 6.8% more electricity on average. Vertical bifacial setups boosted daily output by 11.4%. Commercial rooftops with reflective coatings saw 22% higher production. Across climates and continents, bifacials consistently prove their worth. So why are investors racing toward bifacials? Well, honestly, it's simple. The economics just make sense. The global bifacial market was worth $15 billion in 2025, and by 2033, it's expected to hit $60 billion, a staggering 18% annual growth rate. Back in Nebraska, the extra cost of bifacial modules was about $10,000 per megawatt. But, the higher output meant they paid for themselves in under 2.5 years. For homeowners, payback can be as short as 3.4 years. One Arizona commercial site actually managed to cut its levelized cost of electricity by 18% just by switching to bifacial panels. More electricity from the same system basically means a cheaper cost per kilowatt hour. In the United States, bifacials are exempt from 201 tariffs through 2026. That's a built-in 14 to 15% cost advantage over traditional imports. Minnesota field data showed that bifacials degrade about 5% slower annually than monofacials. So yeah, that means more stable output for over 25 years. The message is clear. Bifacials aren't just better technology, they're a smarter investment. By producing more from the same footprint, bifacials reduce land requirements. In Germany, researchers found bifacials cut lifetime emissions by 7% more than conventional farms. They're also versatile. Vertical installations are great for cities and agrivoltaics, offering unique power profiles. Parking canopies generate power while shading cars thanks to pavement reflections. And building rooftops, well, with reflective coatings and bifacials, you get maximum gain. Snowy winters? Well, albedo from snow actually boosts production with up to 90% reflection. Urban skylines, the rear sides of bifacial panels capture light bouncing off buildings. And deserts, sandy terrain acts like a natural reflector. So in nearly every climate, bifacials really do outperform. All Tier 1 manufacturers now produce bifacials: Longi, JA Solar, Trina Solar and more. Factories all around the world are retooling to meet the growing demand. Large solar farms are honestly the biggest adopters. Why? Because bifacials maximize energy per acre, perform best on ground mounts, and allow optimized ground surfaces for albedo. Simply put, they scale beautifully. Efficiency is climbing thanks to, well, a few key innovations: better cell architectures, smarter trackers that align with the sun and even rear-side light, and optimized mounts that help reduce shading. By 2025, global solar demand will hit about 700 gigawatts annually. Analysts expect bifacials to really dominate new capacity, especially in China, the United States, Europe, and Southeast Asia. But let's be real here. Bifacials still face a few hurdles. There are slightly higher upfront costs, more complex installations since tilt, spacing, and height all matter, and cleaning both sides adds to maintenance. But these barriers are falling fast. Costs are dropping as factories scale, installers are gaining experience, and mounting systems are being redesigned specifically for bifacials. By 2030, bifacials won't be a premium option, they'll be the default standard. The evidence is overwhelming. From the UK's 15 to 17% gain, Nebraska's better economics, Nevada's 15% bump, and honestly countless global studies, bifacial panels deliver real-world results. This isn't future tech. It's happening right now. The market's set to quadruple. And experts predict bifacials could dominate 70% of all installations by 2030. So next time you see a solar installation, ask yourself, are they capturing all the sunlight or just half of it? In a world where every kilowatt hour matters, that difference means everything. Like, share and subscribe for more solar insights. ClearSpot, smart device, smarter decisions.